I'm pretty sure that, as a dog owner, you've seen your dog lick its paws at least once. But do you know why your best friend is doing it? And did you know that it could potentially be dangerous to their health? Paw licking can be entirely harmless and can just be part of a dog's personality and behavior sometimes. But excessive paw licking can be an indicator of an underlying problem or health issue. Even more troubling, if a dog licks its paws in excess, it can actually cause problems if the behavior goes unchecked. Excessive paw licking can lead to skin irritation and can cause the skin to become red, sensitive, and inflamed. Irritated skin can become raw or otherwise exposed and lead to a bacterial or fungal infection if the irritation is left ignored or untreated. So it's in your best interest, as well as your dog's, to find the cause of the irritation as quickly as possible before it becomes a much bigger and more expensive problem to sort out. The labored lapping of legs and paws can also often lead to dental problems for our canine companions, as excessive licking can cause their teeth to become worn down over a period of time, and even become damaged, which could cause them unnecessary discomfort and an unnecessary bill from the vet for you. Poisoning is also a very problematic possibility, as your dog may have walked over potentially harmful substances such as pesticide-covered grass or chemical cleaner-covered tiles. Ingesting any of these substances through the licking of the paws could potentially be problematic and perilous for your four-pawed pup. If the excessive licking of the paws goes unchecked for too long, it can even cause your doggo to develop obsessive-compulsive disorder. OCD can be developed in dogs as they're prone to compulsion and resorting to repetitive routines and behaviors. How many times does your dog need to spin in one spot before they lay down? And will they ever get tired of bringing the ball back? These compulsions are generally harmless, but when these traits spill over to a habit of excessively licking their paws, it can be potentially harmful to their health. The best way to solve the paw licking pickle is to understand what could be causing it. If we can understand why our dogs are giving their paws unnecessary attention, we have a better chance of solving the problem. There are many potential causes, but thankfully most of them don't take a trained veterinarian to diagnose, and almost anybody will be able to apply these solutions with relative ease, without breaking the bank, having to fork out for expensive treatments or appointments in most cases. The most common reason that your over-pampering pet is perpetually lapping at its paws is because they're grooming themselves. Dogs use their tongues to clean themselves and often lick at their paws to dislodge dirt and debris that may have been deposited during your most recent trip to the dog park. If you don't want them to lick their paws, try wiping their paws and between their toes with a damp cloth to clean out any unwanted dirt. Cleaning their paws will also have the added benefit of ensuring that your floors and furniture stay muck-free after any outdoor excursion. That trip to the park may have also caused your dog to overheat a little as it ran around, fetching balls, chasing squirrels, and being generally high-spirited. All these high-octane but crucial doggy activities would leave anyone feeling notably warmer than they were before, even if they were not wearing a permanent fur coat. Because dogs don't sweat like humans, they have to utilize other methods, such as panting, to cool themselves down. It's been shown that licking their paws is often one way our evolutionarily challenged companions naturally mitigate heat in hotter situations. In this scenario, the best solution would be to make sure that you have provided enough water and shade for your four-legged furball to cool off, after all the activity and heat-inducing adventure has been had. Dogs also feel anxiety, just like humans, and a dog excessively licking their paws can be compared to a stressed person who just can't stop biting their nails. Ensuring that your pet isn't anxious or stressed by being aware of their sensitivities and ensuring that they are in a safe and comfortable environment is something you should be doing in any case. But it is especially important if you notice them displaying behavior such as excessive paw licking. Applying a solution made from a bitter and non-toxic plant directly to the paws will not only make licking that area a lot less pleasurable, but can also act to soothe any damage that may have occurred in that area that could be causing pain that your poor pup is trying to alleviate. Speaking of injuries, dogs often lick their paws to alleviate pain in the affected area. There could be a thorn or a piece of glass stuck in their paw that they are trying to get out, or maybe they have a sprained toe, stood on a sharp rock, or bruised their paw in some way. If you notice that they are limping or otherwise walking in an uncomfortable manner, check to see if there isn't anything left behind from your last trip to the park that could be causing them to lick their wounds. If you can't see anything obvious and applying slight pressure to the area causes your poor pup to pull away in pain, then consider taking your dog to the vet to have it looked at by a professional if the problem persists. Distracting your dog with a chew toy or some other kind of device or treat can also be helpful if you'd like to get them to stop licking their paws. Dogs only have one mouth, and they can't exactly lick their paws if they have a big bone to gnaw on, now can they? Toys and treats are a great way to distract your dog from its incessant paw licking, but any distraction such as calling their name or clapping your hands can have a similarly desirable effect. Another great possible solution is an over-the-counter bitter spray or cream you can get from your local vet. This works the same way as putting a bitter substance on the nails of people who unconsciously bite their nails. As soon as they get a taste of their disgusting digits, they will hopefully be put off from placing their taste buds anywhere near the offending area again. If you're wanting to apply a homemade bitter spray, please ensure that the ingredients used are non-toxic and not harmful to dogs. Obedience training can also work wonders to curtail any undesirable habit your pooch may have developed, and can help your dog cope with anxiety and stresses that can lead to behaviors like excessive paw licking. Obedience training is generally a good idea anyway, so if you haven't thought of taking your companion for this bonding experience, you should consider it, as it has many benefits beyond just getting your doggo to potentially stop putting its foot in its mouth, so to speak. If the pesky paw licking persists past all of the aforementioned suggestions, then taking your four-legged friend to your local veterinary clinic to get professionally assessed is your best option. You may not like going to the vet, and your dog certainly doesn't like going to the vet, but vets are trained to take care of animals better than anyone else around. Unless you live next to Dr. Dolittle, of course. Similarly, an animal behaviorist or communicator can potentially give you some insights into the cause of your particular case of paw licking. The vet will, most probably, also be able to prescribe medication that could help with the underlying problem and suggest other treatment if necessary. We're confident that applying the tips above and being conscious and aware of your dog's needs and sensitivities will help you in finding the cause of most problems and correct solutions to suit both of your needs. Did we forget or miss any remedies that have helped you in the past? Please let us know in the comments, as we love to help dogs and their owners as best we can to ensure a happy and fulfilling life for both the dogs and the people they love. Hopefully, the application of the insights and tips above solves you and your pooch's paw problems for good and sets you both in good stead for the path ahead.